Hey, hold on. Gather around, everybody. Listen up. I got a story to tell.
Like with foundation, for example, it's based on the verse, a house built on rock and a house built on sand, right? And so part of it comes from my experience. I actually used to build houses. And I think what's beautiful about Jesus is that he's not just a finished carpenter, right? He builds, he strips everything down to the foundation. And I think people sometimes when they come to Christ, what was my story? I'm like, oh, great. It's a new club to be a part of, right? It's something easy. That's not Jesus's message. His message is I'll be with you in the hard stuff and I'll get you through the hard stuff, but I have to break it down to the studs in order to rebuild. And that's really the heart behind foundation was we can build our house on anything, right? I can build on my house on people pleasing and affirmation and foundation. I'm sure Rico, you see that with the kids. I see them build their house, especially now with social media, on so many different things. And I'm like, guys, the message is Christ and him crucified, right? Like that's the truth that will set you free. But it's just that patience and it's that process of building the entire house. So that's the heart behind that.
Those of you that didn't catch us last week, I host Gifts for Glory podcast, part of Gifts for Glory Ministries, and we're all about, and my segment's always about our gifts for his glory. Our gifts, our talents, our passions, our experiences, turning them around and using them to honor and glorify God. And this young man that we're bringing on, he's got talent. He loves the Lord, and he loves to glorify God through the art known as spoken word. Now, it's not just speaking. It's very poetic. It's very creative. It's impactful. And I've heard this guy, and he's amazing. And he's also from Chicago, which is where I'm from. And so you know he's got to be good because you can't say I'm a spoken word artist in Chicago and not be good, because people will tell you you're not good. So without further ado, I want to bring on my main man, Bart Machant. I think I got that correct. But we call him Just B, and we're going to present his spoken word for you right now.
My house at first was beautiful from the outside looking in, but that cold and drafty breeze blowing in the window, sin. Hurt people. And at 9 years old, my window was open and I became addicted, but I also became numb to the pain that I inflicted. I cooked up strategies to steal, kill, and deceive, while all the while the empty rooms of my soul just wanted to receive love. My broken heart cowered in the living room full of lust and shame, but see, the problem wasn't on the outside, in the doors, the windows, the flooring, or the frame. The problem was the foundation. See, when you pour a foundation, you have to have I-beams. But the danger is when those are things that I scheme. I being my soul, which was subject to Satan, not a carpenter with rocks of love, but a builder with sand of hatred. Like Snapchat photos from just the right angle so I get enough likes, or I'm king on the court because I believe ball is life. Or maybe I bully kids on the playground so people think I'm hard, or I get all A's and A pluses on my report card. But eventually, a storm comes. Dark clouds rolling, winds rip, I lose my grip on this thing I've been controlling. I snap one wrong photo and an I-beam slips. I'm not the bully anymore. The new alpha dog is harder. I pull an F in bio, valedictorian, now a non-starter. I bust my knee on one play, football, now a dream gone. And then she breaks up with me. The last I-beam gone. Everything I'd worked for, gone in an instant. In one moment a man, in the next I'm an infant. And suddenly my house is collapsing, this oxygen I'd breathed is gone, and I'm gasping, thinking of the next thing to fill me up. And I remember Dad's liquor cabinet, so I fill my cup. And suddenly, I don't feel insane anymore. Actually, I can't feel the pain anymore. I have clarity and I can think again. The next day, they come back stronger and I just drink again. And before I know it, I'm placing an order, man. I don't want an 8-ball, I'll take a quarter. I feel amazing and powerful in a way I never have. I forget to go to practice and begin to just cut class. Suddenly people love me and I have all these friends. It's the best time of my life. There's no way that this could end until it does. And I wake up on a hard floor, in a cold sweat, in a strange room. Last night felt like heaven's gates, but this feels like a strange tomb. I try to take a breath and my body begins to shake. I reach a hand along the floor, the only move that I can make, and someone takes it, says that he's my friend, that he's been with me this whole time. I just had to reach my end. Whatever, man, I say, and shake my head to clear the vision. I reach into his tool belt for a knife and go to make a deep incision, and my eyes meet his. My child, he says. I know this is hard because you didn't know I know you, but come with me on a walk around your house and let me show you. And the once empty rooms of my soul are now filled with laughter and connection. In the kitchen, he cooks up grace and mercy with a side of resurrection. In the living room, my heart beats gently with the trust of a child. Peace and loving kindness rest where fear had once run wild. I don't believe all this. I'll retreat to the bedroom of my spirit where a still small voice calls out to me, so I cautiously draw near it. Beloved, he says, I know it's hard to believe what you are seeing, but hear me. I love you, not for what you're human doing, but for what you're human being. See, in the world, no matter what you accomplish, they'll always raise the bar. But I'm the one who loves you, not for what you do, but just for who you are. So come. And he leads me to the basement, where I-beams had once been. The cornerstone of love now stands in perfect placement, and as we kneel there, he takes my face in his hands, and he says to me, Satan had a plot for you, but that was sinking sand. He places a hand on my chest and he looks to the heavens. My soul finds its rest in the strength of his presence. Father, he says, this one's yours, bought by love unbreakable. I seal this home, a kingdom soul, built on rock, unshakable.